No,
it's not about his records.
I don't need my records played.
Yeah.
But I will say this.
But this is the part that I don't appreciate about envy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Is when Tyrese divorce comes across your headline.
Mm.
When the captions associated to the things that come across your desk. Where is that same heart and love that I extended to you that you could extend to me, instead of it just being paper pushing and this is what Tyrese is on the gram again.
That's
and
exactly
then
what
it's
he
like,
do.
okay, that's expected.
Yeah.
No, it's all right. This is my brother.
Well, Envy can't sing though.
No,
he
Envy
can't.
never does
shut
it
up,
though.
man. Why is everything a
He
joke
does
to you,
that.
man?
I'm not
Why is
joking.
everything
He
serious?
does
While
that.
every on-air personality, blog, podcast, whatever, they got a job to do. They're going to say things for clickbait, ratings, this and that. But when you have certain people on the radio and you've developed some type of relationship with them, and again, you owe me nothing, right? Ultimately, you did the work.
Right.
God just decided to take my hand and use it in any way he can. And there's nobody that could ever give me more props than what God has done for me.
Yeah.
To say, like, good job, son. You did everything I asked you to do. You don't even know what I have in mind for you, but you did it. And there's a very married couple that was very married. Everybody go through things. But why is my marriage funny? Why is my divorce just something to talk about?
Perfect.
Where
Good
is
question.
the outreach?
This is a good
question.
conversation.
No,
Let's put
I'm
it
gonna tell
all
you why
out
this
there.
is a good question.
Go ahead.
Where
Envy.
is the call? You good, Reese?
It's like
We
Do I
checked
need to
on
come
you.
to Atlanta and come pull up on you at the house? And
Charlamagne did,
put my
but
eyes on you.
let me tell you.
Charlamagne came to do an interview that I requested for him to do. I never stepped in, and God never used me to step in when this man's marriage was potentially on the brink.
I'm gonna tell you why. It's kind of like when a preacher tells you something in church, right? And the preacher tells you what you need to do to be better. Then you look at the preacher's life and you say, how do you teach me something that you're not doing? I don't respect the preacher anymore.
Oh shit.
I respect the message and how it came. But you know what I've been through, and you know how I changed as a man and as a person. And you were there for it. You was a brother for it. But then when I look at my brother and saying what he's telling me to do and how he's telling me to live, he's not living that way. I don't respect it.
How do we know that though?
Well, I'm gonna tell you why.
Tyrese not
Because
living
and these are the things that we've seen, and not only in private, because
Let's
things
see.
that we know in private, but it's also things that I see in public.
Okay.
Me and my wife are good, right?
Hold on. I got to respond to that.
Let me give examples first, so you understand where I'm
but-
coming from.
but
Because if
hold
you
on.
don't know where I'm coming from, you're just gonna pull things out
No,
the blue.
I'm not going to pull
Okay, go ahead,
anything
go.
out the blue. I'm going to respond to what you just said. First of all, to arrive at an opinion of what I'm doing versus what I'm not doing is based on public consumption. I never made a decision, or God never used me to make a decision about your life based on what was being reported on public consumption. What I know about you, what I know about what you did, what I ultimately knew about what your wife was feeling and carrying, and what y'all were in the process of, you couldn't read none of that online. I got that information from the outreach. So whatever feelings you have about me and what I should be or shouldn't be doing pertaining to my approach with how I'm unraveling and bleeding out loud in the middle of my thing, that would have actually been the reason to call.
No, and I did have conversations with you, and this is from before your ex-wife, when you were talking to the girl out overseas and who you were as a man. I didn't respect that. And then when we talk on these private chats, and it has nothing to do with the public, just having to do with who you were and how you speak and how you talk about the people next to you, I didn't respect it, to the point where I blocked you on my chat because I didn't want to see Tyrese as that. That's not the man that was my brother.
Let's shoot bail, because I think this is a great conversation, because I think it's a lot of miscommunication between all of us, right? And you were going through a lot back then, because you admitted that to me. Because when me and you had words.
Are we talking about psych med?
Yeah. That's when you was on the psych
It's a little
med.
bit of everything.
He was on the psych meds then, because you said you don't even
So
remember
he
a lot of
has
the stuff you were saying to us.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't at all. So it's like when you get drunk, do you hold your boy to what he's saying while he's drunk?
No, I never held that against you.
Okay. Do you hold anybody to anything that they're doing when you know that this is their usual self? They were drunk, they were out of their mind, and they end up saying and doing some shit that hurt my feelings, that was offensive, that made me feel a way. But I know that characteristically, that's not who this man is.
Well, yeah,
see the difference is, I honestly don't know what psych meds you were on or who you were during that point. I don't know.
It's called Rick Schulte. It fucked me up.
I don't know. I never had a conversation with you because I never wanted to see you like that. The person who spoke to me on these texts, spoke to my wife during that time at the text, I didn't like that. And I wanted to remember Tyrese as a person that was my brother and helped my relationship, not the Tyrese that I was going through. So I took a step back from
you got until we had a conversation. Messages of the psych med, Tyrese?
He did. That's what it was.
You crazy? Charlamagne told you to suck his dick before on that message.
Because you was talking crazy.
Whoa.
You know that. We had this conversation already.
Guys.
But he literally said, I don't remember any of that.
I don't remember what I said that made you say that or made you feel that way.
But to this point, I took a step back because I didn't know what you were going through, and I tried to talk to you, and I seen who you were, and I didn't even like who you were online. And to my point, I tried, and when I seen how you were talking this way, I said, I'm going to take a step back.
And you know, when me and Tyrese had a
How convenient? Yeah, how convenient. Yeah, when the way you were talking, the way that you were.
How convenient to step back.
What you mean?
I never stepped back from you.
From you.
That's right.
You should have.
But I never talked to your wife in a disrespectful manner, and you talked to mine in a disrespectful manner.
How?
And I never told nobody that. Even when you were on, and you could say you were on those psych meds, and you could say that you weren't.
What you mean?
But as a man, some of the things that you said, Tyrese, deserved me to box your mouth.
We
were talking because this is something that I never wanted to say, and since he wants to be, well, why envy? I'm telling him why. You said disrespectful shit to my wife.
What do you say?
It's neither here nor there. To the point where my wife doesn't call you back anymore. And to the point when you started talking to psych meds, me and my wife had a conversation and said, well, maybe Tyrese was on those medicines when he said it. But if you ever text me and my wife, you can't text me because I just unblocked you probably about a month ago when me and Charlamagne was talking, and he told me that you were on the psych meds, and this is what it was.
This is longer than a month ago.
Yeah, that's what made me unblock you. So that was the reason why I stopped talking to you and will not reach out to you anymore, because I'm like, I don't want to remember my brother as that. And maybe you were going through problems. So if somebody talks to, if I talk to your wife, disrespectful, I don't expect for you to come check on me. Okay. And that's how I felt at that time.
Okay. You did that to a lot of people though, Ty.
But maybe y'all should have had this conversation.
No, listen, because this is not the first time I've said this. The things that I said and did, the people that I rubbed the wrong way, the things that I posted, my conduct overall that was literally out of my control. I've literally prayed that people can find it in their heart to not hold me to something that I said and did while I was literally out of my mind.
Hello everyone, I am Savvy Mike, and this is I Am Savvy Mike TV. And before we get started with the video, I just want to tell you guys thank you for staying around after the clip, because most people, they just click off of here. So if you're still here to listen to my opinions, my irrelevant ass opinions, who's this nigga with the crooked ass hairline, if you're really here to hear what I have to say, I just want to thank you. Please continue to keep supporting me in whichever way you are supporting me. Is really keeping my head up at the moment, because I did just lose my job, I think about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. So it's been a real downtime over here at I Am Savvy Mike World, but we're pushing through either way, and here we are to talk about the content. So I just want to thank you guys for giving me my own space, my own platform to really discuss and give you guys my opinions. But anyways, enough of the soliloquy. Let's get into the shit. So DJ Envy basically invited Tyrese to his hands during an interview. Now, I guess DJ Envy and Tyrese are close and good friends, as they were expressing during the whole entire interview. And I guess Envy didn't like what Tyrese had to say about his wife. Now, I don't know what Tyrese said about his wife that really pissed Envy off this much, but he clearly said something that really disturbed him. He blocked him. Apparently he didn't want to talk to him anymore. But it is good that these three men can come together and reconcile whatever problems they have for each other without it coming to blows. Now, do I feel like Envy was being a little saucy, a little spicy, trying to get some clout by saying that he wants to box Tyrese? Of course. Envy's just mad right now. It's probably got a lot to do with his anger at the moment, because he is facing a lot of lawsuits, and he got a lot of people saying that he was scamming him with some other random guy. I don't care to know his name. But yeah, apparently everybody thinks DJ Envy is a scammer at the moment. So we'll see about that. But at the same time, you could clearly see during a lot of the Breakfast Club topics and discussions and interviews they're doing, Envy's kind of peeved. Like every day he comes up there kind of upset and kind of got something on his mind that he wants to let off that's pissing him off. And we're getting a lot of that now. Do we care? Is it entertaining? A little bit. I mean, it's not Charlamagne going in on somebody, but Charlamagne's PC now. He really doesn't go in on anybody. He's all about the peace. You can see it during the interview. Yeah, let's just have this chance to have this discussion, guys. Let's really talk this out. Fuck all that. Let's argue. We're on the internet. We need the entertainment. I get it. Niggas get to a point where they don't have to be controversial anymore, but still, man, hey, at least do it just to do it. I mean, you're not gonna get canceled for it. You have your platform, just don't say nothing stupid, but you can still be opinionated. That's what I like about Stephen A. Stephen A has really took this whole time, this whole span of his career, his NBA journalism career, still being opinionated, still being controversial, still saying something that maybe not everybody will agree with or thinks, but he still gets away with it because he's still his opinionated self. That's how First Take can be the #1 sports show for a really long time, because when you got a front man that's really never going to change and never be PC, always going to speak his mind, then yeah, people are going to always keep coming back. Now, Charlamagne and the Breakfast Club has lost a lot of fucking hype because of the fact that Charlamagne really isn't the same Charlamagne he was, and we're just starting to see that. But it's cool, kumbaya. I'm glad Tyrese, Charlamagne, and Envy could talk their problems out and discuss it as men. It's good to see. Now we're waiting on the Rick Ross interview. Anyways, what are your thoughts on the interview? Let me know. Please put them in the comments below. I am Savvy Mike, and this is I Am Savvy Mike TV. Peace.